The one thing you should do first when you board a plane to protect against viruses. Before we continue with the video, don't forget to kindly click the subscribe button below and click the bell icon below to be notified when we upload new material. Turning on that tiny air vent above your airline seat can protect you from pathogens and microorganisms. Many people believe that turning on the vent increases the likelihood of getting sick while traveling. It actually decreases the risk. The other common concern is being uncomfortably cold during the flight with the vent directly on you. You might consider bringing a small blanket while flying. Turning on that air vent can be the most helpful thing you can do to avoid contact with microorganisms during a flight, and here's why. It has to do with how ventilation on an aircraft works. Researchers have taken a closer look at the question. Airflow on an airplane does not move from front to rear. The flow of air supplies much smaller sections, for example, rows 1 through 4. So, the air that you are exposed to is usually the air immediately surrounding your seat. Each of these sections is known as a temperature control zone. Air flows into each area through the nozzle above you. Air exits either through vents below the window or along the floor. It is this air that combines with the outside air before being returned through a high-efficiency particulate air, or HEPA filter, which clears dust and microbes before re-entering the plane. This recycling of air usually occurs once every 2 to 4 minutes, depending upon aircraft type. What results is about half of the air in the cabin recirculated and half coming from outside. This approach began when airlines allowed smoking on flights. As a result, the HEPA filters removed approximately 99% of microbes and other particulate matter. Airborne viruses are spread by tiny droplet nuclei that can hang in the air for up to 5 hours. Airborne viruses include tuberculosis and measles that can be transmitted this way. The family of microorganisms commonly associated with the common cold and flu, including COVID-19, are denser, falling to the floor relatively quickly, which is where your vent comes into play. Turning on your vent to medium or low creates a barrier around you, blocking these particles and forcing them to the ground quicker. Because planes have low humidity, mucous membranes can dry out when flying. This low humidity makes you more susceptible to contracting a virus, which is why you especially want to protect yourself while flying. Furthermore, these dense cold particles and flu particles can travel up to 6 feet each time we cough, sneeze, or even speak. It is essential to avoid touching any surface before thoroughly wiping them down. Before you buckle your seatbelt, turn that air nozzle on to medium or low. Caveman's medicine cabinet produces natural antiviral and antibacterial products that can be shipped anywhere in the world.